16. Are we a go?
We are go, don't worry. The stream is beginning and we will start speaking in a minute. Good evening everybody, welcome to the Yas Marina circuit here in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. We're a week late, but 7 days late or not, we are going to finish the Endurance Championship. We are going to have a winner crowned, whether that's legit on track, whether that's on countback if it's a draw. And in the commentary box I'm delighted to welcome a very young Canadian in Mr. Carter.
Thanks, Lemmy. It's obviously my first. I'm doing good. It's only 1:40 in the afternoon for me. It's at night for everybody else doing the race. But yeah, this will be my first commentary in COS, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the race.
Yeah, well, commentary 1.5 because you attempted a commentary last week in Endurance, and unfortunately it didn't go to plan. It didn't go to plan for the whole tier either. The only week I wasn't available to help, as I have done every single week, and it kind of went to pot.
Red's just joined the lobby.
Yeah, whether you can pick a car and get in just in time, we shall say. If not, tough luck, because we're already 10 minutes late. So Carter, I'm concentrating on mainly one thing this evening. That's the championship battle between Big Balls Bows and Hobbsy. The two Red Bulls have been at it all season. Hobbsy had a great start but then dropped off. Big Balls Bows had a pretty poor start and then started to win a few races and cement his place, and he's been fighting ever since to try and win this championship, and he's got a massive opportunity to do so. And because he got pole last week, we've carried it over the same grid as much as we can, and he is now level on points with his teammate who's starting 3 places behind him. Carter, you've made some other notes. What would you like to tell us that may be of interest?
Well, we have a battle for second place in the constructors. Renault actually picked up an extra point from having Hilly qualify P2 last Saturday. So they have 164, and close behind is Mercedes with 154. And then behind them is McLaren, so that will be hopefully a close battle throughout the race. We also have a battle for 4th in the championship between H. White, Wizard, and Spud. Only 13 points separate the three of them. But obviously the topic of the race will be the championship between Hobbsy and Big Balls. Hobbsy actually tied in points, having 2 less wins than Big Balls this season, but he's starting 3 places behind, so he wants to make up as many positions as possible and obviously overtake his teammate, but he doesn't want to risk it within the first few laps of the race. It's obviously going to be a long race, as always at this track, but yeah. Just waiting for the drivers to ready up now.
Yeah, it's the late joiner of Marinarat, who is fully qualified to be here. He's just late. He did take part in the quali last week. Yeah, so the lobby shouldn't be broken. It should be able to fix itself, I'm being told. I don't like too many problems, but I'm just waiting to see if the lobby is going to fix itself or not, because I can't really be bothered inviting everyone again. Let me just take a picture of this very quickly.
Yeah, so hopefully the lobby is working. But last week in Zandvoort, we saw Big Balls take the win, which was crucial for the championship. Following him on the podium was Raggy and Wizard, and crucially, Hobbsy managed to hold on in P4 after the wet weather race in Zandvoort. So that is 2 results that will come down to the last race. And okay, session is about to start, so it's not glitched.
It's not glitched, it just had a bit of waiting time. So we all know Abu Dhabi very well. It doesn't have the best reputation for a real life race, of course. But in online racing, it has provided some of my favourite commentary moments. 5.5 kilometre long, 55 laps of racing we will have tonight after the formation lap, 311.024 kilometres of race distance. Then you have the DRS zones from 7 to 8, and then just like Brazil you have a little chicane, and then you go again down another straight from 10 to 11. Then you got the tricky third sector. It's very hard to overtake if you're not on the straights on this track. We may see a DRS train at some point. 16 drivers, good turnout. I expected just a little less. We've only allowed the people who qualified last week and 2 others. That's Tichy and Vermoo, because they've done quite a few races in endurance previously. And yeah, that's it. So 16 drivers. How many are going to finish, and who's going to win the championship?
So, one of those favorite commentary moments of yours in commentating at Abu Dhabi had to be PSF1, Domain Zane spinning off twice.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on, mate. That was a that was definitely a one of the funniest moments I've seen in about 400 and God knows how many commentaries. Very, very funny.
So Raggy actually has forgot to put on a setup.
That's interesting. Had to challenge himself further. He is very quick, as he's demonstrated throughout the season. And everyone's followed the correct tyre rules as well. Roland said his time on the mediums last week. The top 8 are correct on the softs, apart from Roland, of course. The rest have a free choice because they either qualified outside the top 10, meaning quite a few. I think it was the drivers between 8th and 10th, or 9th and 11th. Haven't been able to make it this week, hence why 9th and 10th are allowed on the mediums. So that is correct, so thank you to those for following the rules. I'd love to stay in that hotel, Carter. I won't mind.
Yeah, that'd be a good view. Few drivers in the top 10. Oh, Profidos has had a spin.
Oh dear, warming the tyres too heavily. Good job. We've got some ghosting at the end of the formation lap. So very quickly, Carter, as the cars line up, who are you going to predict for the championship win, and what about the podium?
Oh, put me in a difficult position. There's a lot of fast drivers out here, but yeah, I have my money on Hobbsy. Bold prediction. But that's very fortunate for Profidos, because he's managed to get in the top 6 on the mediums, having some of the drivers not been able to make the race.
well, if Hobbsy is going to win the championship, he's got
Take it
work
away,
to
Lemmy.
do because he's got 3 positions behind. We've got lights tonight because I'm the lobby host. We'll wait for the revs. Here we go. It's 11 weeks later. We can finally finish the Endurance Championship. Who is going to win the championship? It's lights out and away we go. And Big Balls Bounce has got exactly the start he needed. And so has Hobbsy. What a start from a Red Bull. He's up in the second place. It's a Red Bull 1-2. Roland has had a bit of contact with Spud, but they're both okay on board with Hilly. We got the best view. Dan's up to 5th place, and that's the top 6 covered. We got an incident at the back. Most importantly, though, before I just say that, Rowan's gone on the inside of a chicane, and he's got ahead of Spud, so he's in the top 3 on the medium tyre. Hobbsy has had a stormer, and it's a Red Bull 1-2.
Clausen's been spun round. He's at the back.
Yeah, and he had a spin in the formation lap, so struggling the Williams driver. Heading down the straight for the first time at a 55. Position changes on screen. Up 2 for Hobbs, up 2 for Roland, up 2 for Sadistic. Hilly's had a shocker, down 5 at the moment, and Max and Blake's having a battle, Carter, and Max has just won that.
Yeah, what a start that is from Hobbsy, qualifying in 4th all the way up in 2nd place. That's a perfect start from him. And also Profidos making his way on the medium tires up to 4th, which should be pretty crucial over the next 10 laps when those softs start to die off, as the McLaren Wizard makes the move into turn 11 on VTEC.
He does indeed. Nice move. Just 1 place outside the points at the moment. And so far, Codemaster's behaving just about. The exact times aren't quite correct, but the positions are. So, most notably, Hilly, bad start. Hobbsy, Roland, great start. He got ahead of Spud initially. And then those soft tyres have come in and done wonders. The softs are good at the start, Carter, but I think you know more than anyone as a racing driver, they do die quite quickly.
Yeah, Reggie's picked up some damage down in 15th place. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to get a setup on, and things have gone from bad to worse. And he's diving into the pit lane right now to probably change the front wing.
And that is Hilly, who's also apparently got 50% damage to the front left of the wing. We can see him coming into the chicane before the hairpin, and yes, he does have some damage. It doesn't aesthetically show 50%, but there you go. That's what TAS says, and it's normally correct. There's a Mercedes of Max getting a bit twitchy out of a hairpin, but he's managed to pull away from Pure Blaze.
Joel's making the move on Blades.
Take it away, Mr. Carter.
He got the run out of turn 7. He'll have the inside line into turn 8. He's late on the brakes, but is he going to be late enough? He locks up, but he gets ahead. I don't think Blades is going to fight it around the outside. It would have been just too risky, and he's down into 10th place.
And I hope we see some of that in the Spanish Grand Prix tomorrow.
Wizard on Blades. Take it away.
Wizard on Blades. Yes, we're on the outside now. He went on the inside previous lap. Lap later, we're on the outside.
Ooh.
Good defending, I guess. And Pure Blaze couldn't fit his car through on those soft compound red striped tyres. Do you know what the strategy here is, Carter? I'm being told it's a free stop, but it definitely isn't on Abu Dhabi.
I'm not sure for the 100% race, but yeah, it would definitely be at least a 2-stop. But we'll see how the safety cars come in and later in the race. Early stages, so I'm not 100% sure on the strategies. Pure Blades runs very wide through turn 21. Nearly loses a position to Vamo.
He did. One very wide indeed. So lap 3 of 55, no safety cars at the moment, everyone mainly behaving themselves. And
Hilly's coming to the pits.
Yeah, he's got damage, 50%. He's going to have to fix it at some point. And yeah, down to the chicane. What have we got here? We got a Mercedes and the old Mercedes, or the Mercedes replica, the pink one, having a little battle here. Joel and Max. If Max wouldn't have fell asleep before the Silverstone race and didn't have an error in Zandvoort, he may have been fighting for the championship too. At the moment, the two people who are fighting for the championship are first and second after that flying start from the second Red Bull, and it was they both got an incredible start. Big Balls Bowers pulled away from second place, and Hobbsy straight away pulled from fourth and found the gap and slipped through. Here comes Max, Carter.
Yeah, and we're starting to see a bit of a train form right now as we're getting settled into the race. I'm looking through the field and almost everybody has below 40%, so they're burning it off early, and it is quite a difficult track to gain back your ERS, so the people who save it in the early stages will benefit later on.
Tyres hitting the 10% mark, thank you to the task system that tells us that. And yeah, not too bad after 3 laps, but of course everyone tonight has a fresh set. They don't have that out lap, fast lap, in lap wear on the tyres. It's a brand new set because we have waited over a week to get this race underway. Lap 4, 55. Dan is pressurising, well, the 2 lead coordinators are pressurising each other. Spud is being pressurised in the Alfa Romeo too.
Yeah, Red Bull obviously, having dominated the whole season, has already won the Constructors' Championship fair and square by a lot. But if it stays like this, Renault would actually clinch P2 in the Constructors. They have 10 more points than Mercedes, who are in 6th and 8th right now. Joel's right on the back, Sadistic King on the exit to turn 7 as well.
Here comes Dan on Rowand with the DRS, that wing open, 15 kilometers an hour, and very respectful between the two. And that is Dan up into P4, and now challenging the other Ferrari power car as they head down the second DRS. And here comes Dan, and he's got a bit of friction to help him, and he fakes right, goes left, and the Ferrari driver's made 2 moves in 2 DRS zones.
He went a little bit deep into 11, but he held on. Clausen's made the move on Tichy, round the outside into turn 11, and Tichy has to concede that one. He wasn't close enough to brake late, unless he could have tried it, but it probably would have ended in a collision.
Yeah, so Marinovac couldn't actually take his car. Joined a little bit too late, but we were 11 minutes after time, so maybe he thought it was 10. That is quite plausible.
Reggie is making up some ground, but it has been bad to worse for his start on that stock setup, but he is making up some ground, and it is a long race still to come, so he's hanging in there, he's not giving up, which is good to see. I know some drivers would retire in the pits, but he's staying with it, and he's obviously looking forward to the rest of the race.
4 drivers have penalties. Oh, yellow flag!
Oh,
yellow
Spud's
flag.
out!
And something
It's
has
Spud.
been deployed. I will
on the exit of turn
refresh.
4.
There you go. Virtual safety car deployed. What happened? Did you see it?
Woo! Oh, he ghosted. Okay, so it looked like Pure Blades was going to drive into him, but on his screen he must have gone away earlier. No, it looks like he just ran a little bit wide through turn 3 and got onto that left part of the track where there's the bumps,
Easy
and then he
to
must
do.
have just lost the rear end.
Oh, that was a very quick VSC, and we've got going almost immediately. And Sadistic is now all over the back of Joel, the racing point in P5. Couple of penalties on screen. Pure Blade has 3, Clausen has 3, Hilly has 3, and Rage has 3. That retirement obviously moves him up to 15th place, and we still run with
Wizard on
15.
Trimax into turn 11. He has the inside line, and he pulls in front before they make it to the apex of the corner, and that's Wizard up into P7.
Got to say, I do like Wizard's helmet. I think Tichy's done the same actually. Or is it? Oh yeah, he's gone for the. So instead of going for the orange, he's gone for the blue side of the McLaren car. So that's interesting. Looks
Big Balls and
aesthetically
Hobbsy are
pleasing.
both warning free so far.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty crucial in this race to not take penalties, especially if you're one of those 2 Red Bull drivers and you're trying to win the championship. It is an easy track to get track limit warning, so you have to stay as clean as you can, and that probably ultimately will decide the championship by the end of the race.
Yeah. Spudhead, nothing happened. What do you mean? I ran wide at turn 2 and boom. There you go. So Spudhead's Endurance Championship comes to a crashing end. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'll say it all at the end, but we do thank you for those who have been here from the start, and everyone here has completed at least 3 or 4 races, I believe, and or obviously qualified last week. So thank you to those who have stayed. It's been a very interesting season, some great races with Stumpy in the commentary box. This has had a emphatic start. Whether that will keep going till the end is a different question. There are some small gaps, but as you probably noticed,
on Trimax, he has the inside line into turn 8, and Trimax has to concede that one, and he's down into 9th place.
connection on my screen is not very good. It can't be mine. About 200 megabytes a second, but there we go. Maybe the move. We've got also wheel-to-wheel action down the road, and Wizard has surpassed Sadistic King. Every race Wizard's done in endurance, 3 of them, I believe he's got a podium. So he'll be looking to get another one if he can. He's on the medium tyre, as are the 2 people in front of him. And the soft tyre percentages at the moment, 20, varying between 16 and 20%.
Yeah, Big Balls is having a very Max Verstappen-like Abu Dhabi so far, having qualified on pole and led every lap of the race so far, but we are only on lap 7, so lots of action still to come in the race. But Hobbsy, not seemingly on the pace with Big Balls. He has managed to get to second, which will be crucial in the race, but he's just not managing to gain up as much as time as he would have liked to try and catch Big Balls, but it is a long race still to go. There's yellows in sector 3. It's an AlphaTauri. It's Raggy, I think. Yeah, Raggy spun it in turn 13.
Yeah, that's before the 90-degree left-hander. You can just see him very gingerly on the map, trying to get back on there. So he's had an error. Let's see if he's got any damage. Well, Clausen's got 19% to the front right, and Jordan's got 12.
And he's done a domain Zane.
Oh. That's why the tyres are too hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens having the default setup around this track.
Yeah, I can imagine the pain and stress he is going through. Just very quickly, Dan, he's gating on Hobbs. Is he going to be enough? No, we'll flick to Vermoo, who's a 10th behind the Mercedes of Sadistic, and he's trying to go around the outside now. Are the mediums overtaking the softs on per lap pace? Maybe the Ferrari is past the Mercedes and into 7th place.
Yeah, we should be just about in that stage where the softs are starting to fall off a little bit. The softs can go quite far into the race, like they don't puncture too early, but they drop off at about 40 to 50% tire wear. So the mediums should start to be coming into play right about now.
Should indeed. Right, so let's have a summary overall. So Ragay's been lapped, which is not like him. He's used to lapping other people. The 2 Red Bulls lead the way. Dan is pressurising Hobbsy a lot. Down in a
Joel's
turn.
in the pits. Why so early?
Well, he's
It's
got
on
damage,
7-lap-old
he?
mediums.
He's got damage. He's only 12%.
I don't have the dashboard available, so.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't. It doesn't look like he's changing his. Oh, sorry, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, Clausen's got damage as well. Whether he opts to change that later, who knows? He's coming into the pits now. Of course, the mediums aren't
427 on the back of Hobbsy.
427 on the back of Hobbsy. Wow, the speed 196 versus 184, 12 miles an hour difference, and now Hobbsy is a further car behind the man he needs to overtake.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to battle it too hard. I don't think he wants to. Yeah, that must be intense. Like Nico Rosberg 2016, like getting overtaken by or trying to overtake Verstappen. Oh, and he's coming back through turn 11. Dan
ran out of battery. Hobbsy trying to go for a switcheroo, then a double switch, maybe a triple. But the tyres are a little bit worn. You can see they're not showing it at all on the sidewalk.
Yeah, if you're Hobbsy right now, though, you wanna stay in second, but you don't wanna battle too hard and risk losing it all.
Yeah, the only problem is he's got a Roland behind him who's shown in endurance. He has been relatively quick. Last to second in Silverstone. Good result in Zandvoort, I believe. So he doesn't want that Renault to close in too much. But the question is, when do they pit?
Is 427's name Dan?
Dan, yeah, he's soft, medium, plausible. Alfa Romeo.
Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo.
Has had an accident right outside the hotel. The front entrance. Oh, he's gone again for hot tyres. He's completely spun, and that's going to be a front wing gone missing. Make sure he doesn't hit Joe and Hilly, who are passing through. Blaze struggling around this final sector now, and he's going to have to pit in P30.
Re-enters the track safely, though. Waits for the cars to go by.
Very respectful.
But yeah, both Red Bulls are still warning free on lap 9 already. But Dan in second place actually has 2 warnings, so he's 1 warning away from 3-second time penalty.
That is correct. That is correct. So Hobbsy trying to stay within that DRS detection zone. Max is trying to do that with his teammate. Just having a look at some previous lap paces. So looking at some soft times, 40 dead, 40.2.
Yellows.
Was that AlphaTauri of Rage letting the Mercedes pass? Seen some 40.9s, 40.2s, mediums, 40.4s.
Clausen just cut the grass through turn 3. He lost it through turn 3 and he cut all the way through the chicane, all the way along the grass.
And the Mercedes have swapped. Max is ahead of Sadistic. Was it tactical? Was it a legit move? I didn't quite see until it was made afterwards, but Max is now ahead.
Try
of
Max on
Sadistic.
Vamu. Or, my leaderboard is glitching out.
Yeah,
it's my bad.
That's okay.
Vamu has actually gained 9 positions since the start of the race, so he's having a flying start. He must be enjoying it out there.
He's a good racer, Vamu. Well, I don't know if he is American, but I know he races in the American tiers. He's a good racer.
Oh, Raggy, yeah, in the pits, I believe. Yeah. Things went from bad to worse, and unfortunately, I don't think he was ever going to last.
Oh, we got
55
wheel-to-wheel
laps
action
on the stock setup.
until it wasn't wheel-to-wheel action. I thought Titcher was going to put up a proper fight against Joel, but of course he's just realised, yep, he's on brand new softs, so I'm going to let him by. And Joel is now into the points. Don't need to worry about fastest lap too much now, it will be improved later, but it is a 38.7 from the new softs.
We have a battle for 7th in the championship, but actually all 4 of the drivers for the battle for 7th are not racing.
Yeah. Is that Alfie Brewer?
It would have been AJ Brewer, Sadistic King, Steven 7, and Raggy.
After their monstrosities in Mexico. That's why.
Only 2 points split the 4 of them, but with Raggy retiring, he won't have a chance at improving his position.
So we've had a virtual safety car at the start of this race. Nothing more, nothing less. We've had a few battles. We've had some damages. Just a couple of wing changes.
Titchy spun
McLaren.
On the entry to turn 14.
Has he got damage, Mr. Carter?
No, he didn't hit the wall. It just looked like he ran a bit wide through 13 and then tried to get the power down and he did a 360 spin.
Perfoda's getting very twitchy outside of turn number 1. Very twitchy there in his Renault. Got to be careful. His mediums at the moment are just quick on the damage.
His mediums will be faster than the softs by now.
Well, the softs hitting between 28 and 34%. For mediums between 18 and 22 at the moment. So, yes, 14% difference. But it is 100%. Everyone's used to the softs dying very quickly in 50%. It's not quite just double it. It's a little bit more.
I think our closest battle on the track right now, Joel is right on the back of VTech on the exit of turn 7.
You're absolutely right. He's already got past.
He's using all of his overtake.
Oh, has he got?
He has only 9% left.
It's going to be enough, isn't it, on the fresh, soft tyres?
Ooh! VTech tries to hold it to the outside, but he gets forced onto the curb, which is not where you want to be. It's easy to lock up your front right. He managed to avoid it, but he was too far to the outside to fight back.
Easy to lock up if you have ABS on. Off. Off.
Oh, yeah.
Depends. It depends
So,
how many of these use ABS off.
Our driver of the day from Zandvoort, Raggy, is out of the race in 15th.
Yeah, he drove a superb race, Raggy.
And he got P2 last weekend. Or 2 weeks ago it would have been.
2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks ago. He should have been. Yeah, we should have had this season done a week ago. Maybe Carter can explain what happened, because I wasn't there. I just read 1,000 messages and made a split decision.
Yeah, so everything was actually going well until we had the safety car, but it was still fine. And then on the exit of the safety car restart, Pure Blades lost it on the exit of 21, and then there was yellows everywhere for like the next 5 laps. And then people just started to leave, and then it just
went to pot, as we say in the UK. Here comes Rowan.
Profidos rolling on the back of Hobbsy.
Yeah, is he going to make a move? Damn, he decides he's going to be patient and get the next DRS zone. The next DRS zone is long enough.
He does the sensible thing. He's right on him now. He'll get him. Ooh, they nearly touched there. He's going to try and go around the outside to turn 11, and he has the move by the end of the braking zone.
And that is the softs not being able to put up a fight for the Red Bull driver, who now finds himself where he started the Grand Prix. So he's done everything right to be behind his teammate and put some pressure on. Now he's behind, but Big Balls Bows has got to be careful here. He showed great consistency and concentration in Zandvoort. When the rain came, he kept his cool and drove it to victory. Same in Hungary, he did exactly the same thing. The rain came. Rain's not coming here, by the way, but in tough and under pressure, he knew he had to win Zandvoort, because he couldn't have come to Abu Dhabi losing another 7 points by finishing second, because he would have been even further behind. So he kept the concentration. 72 laps of Zandvoort, and he's got to do the same here. He's okay pulling away 7 seconds, that's fine, but one slip and you could be in big trouble.
Well, he just has to keep it clean. He's doing a Max Verstappen Abu Dhabi 2020 drive right now, leading first 13 laps of the race, and he's going to want to lead the last 30 or so laps. Sorry, 42.
Waggy says, I don't like the default setup. Front and rear tyres were 110 degrees. Well, from my understanding, you don't really want them more than 104. Well, that means they're yellow, so yeah, that hasn't gone very well.
No, they got a bit too hot.
110. Jeez Louise, yeah, maybe you do need to turn the tyre pressures down on this circuit. I mean, turning the tyre pressures down, of course, help with the traction as well. I don't know how much as like a percentage, but it does help a little bit.
So, well, to my surprise, only 5 drivers have penalties so far, and only 3 of those drivers are only on 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I was expecting by the end of the race everybody to have 30 seconds each.
Everyone to be disqualified because they got too many. Yeah, it's not too bad early on, but as you can see, I mean, the closest battle on track is probably Sadistic.
It's Joel. He's right on the back of Sadistic.
Joel. Yeah. So we'll go on board
His
with the
softs
racing
are
point.
8 laps younger. Dan has come into the pits to fit the mediums.
Yeah, Joe's just got to be careful though, because he knows that Mercedes is obviously slower on those old tyres. There you go, getting very close there.
Oh, it's going to be close with Dan as well. He's going to come out right in this battle.
There's no DRS down at turn 1. He's trying to go down the inside. His Ecos Joe, and he's just about kept it good racing from the pair, because Sadistic has been left just enough room. There comes Dan in front of both of them. Joe is past the Mercedes, and you can see, I mean, with new tyres, you don't even notice the cars going through turn 2 and 3, but on worn tyres, they're having to fight.
It's a Williams. Clausen, he's out.
He is
turn
out.
Turn 16.
Clausen. And something's been deployed there, Carter. A virtual safety car has been deployed. So that's the second one of the race. VTEC's just been given a penalty. Not a drive-through, but just as that virtual safety car came out. So hopefully no one gets any drive-throughs, but that's the second virtual safety car for the race. And the 3 drivers that are out, are Ecos people.
That's seeming to be a curse so far this race, but if you're big balls, you're wanting to go 5 seconds lower than that delta. You're not taking any risks.
Sorry I couldn't make the race tonight. I raged a little and smashed my controller and snapped the headset. It's okay.
Oh, big balls in the pits.
There is a few more fruitfuls, don't worry. Well, the VSC the first time around was quite quick, and it's still on at the moment, so quite
this
a good call.
This is giving big balls a free pit stop.
Absolutely, and it might give Hobbsy a free one if he takes it. Oh, it won't work now because it's just on green. But has that paid off? Because there may be another VSC in the future at some point. Big Balls Bows is now going to come out probably behind Wizard. Yeah, maybe. Big Balls Bows coming out of the tunnel. You've got to do
Dan
all
on
that
the
yourself.
inside of turn 1. And he gets the move done on Trimax. His tires are 14 laps younger. And he's now back up into 6th place.
So Big Balls Bows has come out. and he's on his new mediums behind the McLaren of Wizard. Now he's only half a second behind. Of course, it's not Formula 2. The tyres do come out warm, and he may be able to pressure the McLaren here, and this might be perfect because it won't delay him if he can get past now. He's going to fly past, opts to use that battery, flies past Wizard, and this is looking very good for the Red Bull driver of BBB.
Yeah, it is a struggle to overtake around this track. One of the few opportunities. Big Balls actually had a great opportunity there, with Wizard being defenseless, having no DRS on the car in front. Hilly makes a move on VTEC. The entry to turn 8. Now he's up into 10th place in the point scoring positions.
Joe's closing, and gone. He is past Max on his 6 laps of softs into turn number 11, and he is into 7th place. He's got Dan next, who has pitted. I believe it was under the VSC, Carter, because it says 0 laps.
He pitted the lap before, I believe.
Okay.
Or he pitted just before it came out.
Wow, that is So did he gain any time from it, or was he unlucky?
Actually, he came out just in front of Joel and Chimax, so it was the lap before. Hobbsy's in the pits.
So the first virtual safety car lasted 27 seconds. That one lasted 58 seconds. So there you go. It was definitely longer, and that allowed Big Balls Bounce to basically get a full free pit stop. And he wasn't even held back by the McLaren because he got past within 25-30 seconds down the straight.
And this is a track where it's very difficult to overtake, especially in the DRS trains, when you don't have much of an advantage on the car in front, because he is protected with the DRS. So you really have to pick off your opponents one by one. But fortunately for the drivers, the field is spread out. But yeah, not really any close battles on the track for the time being.
Yeah, so Big Balls Bows opted for a medium compound. So did Dan. So soft, medium looks pretty plausible at this time. Softs, again, what did they do? 15? Sadistics done 15, and that is 40%. So you could opt to go to 38, 39 and go for softs to the end, or you could go for about 30, or 35 even and go for a medium. It depends what you want to do.
Hey. Could do either of those. I'm not quite sure what the best strategy would be, but
no, I don't.
At this pace, it seems like they would go back to the mediums.
But
they could stretch it out.
I did a soft medium in career. Worked out well, but you did have to do a Checo Perez. You did have to manage them to
Hobbsy
make it
on sadistic. He's got to be careful. Oh, he got to switch back and he gets to move into turn 21. That was creative.
Love that. And it's exactly what he needed. He's still in the race. He's still in the championship. But the fact he didn't pit under the VSC has cost him 10 to 15 seconds, Carter, maybe?
Yeah, just about that. He took a bit of an adventurous line through 20, but cutting a bit of that curb, and I think he actually picked up a warning, but he got the move, and now he's back into 8th place in contention for the title.
Dan's prepared to use all his battery if he can. Left 15% left. Vermouth goes for the left-hand side. I don't think he wants to fight his teammate.
He lifted off. He let his teammate through.
And he goes past. Joe is just behind now on the 8-lap softs in his pink Mercedes. Vermouth get this slip, an awful slip. That was 2 slips in one.
Joel
out of one corner. And
Joel's going for it.
He's got to be careful. He's got no basher. The car in front has DRS. He's going to have to do this legitly round the outside into turn 11. Don't want to see what we saw in F3 this afternoon, and we haven't seen what happened in F3 this afternoon, and he is through. I don't know if you saw what happened in F3 this afternoon.
I saw a post the leaders colliding in turn 1, but
yeah, twice.
See any footage of it?
Yeah,
Titchy's
twice.
in the pits for softs.
They collided twice. They almost had a... Well, no. 2 collided, went out. And then another 2 of the leaders collided and they went out.
Oh.
In about 2 laps. And then there was a third wheel-to-wheel for 1 and 2. But they both made it through and got on the podium. F3 is amazing. Race is at 9 AM UK time, everybody. Carter will be in bed, I hope, at that time. Because it's about 4 AM in Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is available for you to watch. Also, I know there's a lot of F1 fans in COS. There is a Alpine European Regional Championship. It uses a balance between F3 and F4 cars. They have their race today, just before the F1 quali. And it was actually quite good. It's a 30-minute... No, sorry. The race today was awful, actually, because the safety car did 20 minutes of the 30-minute race because of a pretty nasty incident. Yeah, they got their race tomorrow. So if you're interested in like a Formula 4 kind of thing, go to YouTube, European Alpine Championship, and you can watch their races from Imola as well. And that's for drivers who can't quite afford to go in F3, but still want to prove themselves to try and get into F1. So if you're interested, watch it. It's kind of fun. We're in Monaco with Formula 1 next week, as is F2 and Porsche. And then after that, they have their own calendar of like Hockenheim, Mugello. So there you go. There's a shout out. And whilst I've been doing that, Carter, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously here in Canada I can't watch a lot of those racers. I have to record them and just try and stay away from my phone.
Well, you can go on YouTube. It's on YouTube. They're all on YouTube. Alpine European Championships.
Yeah. But obviously the Formula 1 races are at like 5-6 a.m. for me. So I have to record them.
What is 2 p.m. in the afternoon UK for you? What is 2 p.m.?
I think about like maybe 5 or 6 in the morning.
So you'd have to wake up at 5 to watch the Spanish Grand Prix. Is the Spanish Grand Prix worth you waking up at 5 o'clock?
Sadistic King lets Hobbsy by. He clearly doesn't want to get in the way of championship.
Or was that Max?
Yeah, sorry, that was Max. But fair play, he doesn't want to get in the way of the championship. Like,
do you think it's willing to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch a Spanish Grand Prix?
Not the Spanish Grand Prix.
Well, I hope so tomorrow because Verstappen.
Dan on Wizard.
Oh yeah, before we talk about tomorrow, let's talk about tonight.
He's close.
Anjo, let's see.
Actually, not close enough, but he will be close on the run up to turn 11.
Soft's got to be dying off a little bit. What does Tass say? Tass says, oh, not too bad, 28%. Yeah, not too bad at all, actually. Do you think, you're a racing driver, Carter, how can you adjust your setup? Oh wait, just before that, I'm just going to see if Hilly is going to get Sadistic into
DRS enabled
11. Let's just have a look on the Renault. This is a place for P9. Of course, Hilly's got a penalty, so he'd have to pull away. Didn't think he got the exit that he wanted. We'll just stay on board just to make sure he doesn't do some insane dive bomb. No. So, Carter, how can you adjust your setup to preserve tyre management?
I'm going to be honest, that's not my strong suit.
So you like to go aggressive?
I usually just I only do like about 1 week. So at the start of the week, I just do some time trial and get a feel for the track. I test some setups and then I tweak it a little bit, maybe a couple things, but just to my liking. But I'm not an expert on setups.
All right, let's flip the question then. How do you get your setup? Do you find a famous person and adapt? Do you try and do it yourself until you're happy with it? Joe breaking late, sorry to just before you answer, and nearly hit the McLaren of Wizard, and up top, Big Balls Bows is under pressure from Roland here.
There goes Hilly through turn 3. He's going to be right on the back of Sadistic, and he'll have a great run down the straightaway.
I don't know why.
He has to lift off. He's right on the back of him.
How has Roland cut up that much? I don't know. Has Big Balls Bound made a mistake? No damage from the TAS report. Joe's on Wizard.
Hilly has a great run on Sadistic.
After you.
And he pulls to the left-hand side. And he'll get the move done far before they even have to hit the brakes.
What happened to the race leader? He's I find it hard to... Oh wait, did he just get past Roland? That could have been plausible. Yeah, because Roland hasn't pitted yet. Yes, I apologise. That is plausible. He has just fought.
Sadistic fighting back Hilly into turn 11. Hilly manages to fend him off and hold on to P8. But Joel on 11 lap old softs, Wizard on 19 lap old medium, so both of those tires will be near the end of their life cycle, so they're both going to be pretty worn down, so it will be pretty even. Joel might have a little more grip, and he is just about 5/10 behind as they round turn 2.
Wizard 39, Joel 32.
Oh,
Other percentages.
Joel running a bit wide.
That's what you don't want to do. If you, I know these cars are super good.
Oh, Wizard! He didn't get on the throttle. Joel went into the back of him. Check if he has any damage.
Doesn't say anything.
It was a slight touch, but clearly not enough to justify any damage.
Well, you don't know with Codemasters. Here comes Joe on the left-hand side of a McLaren, and his opportunity has arisen for an overtake. Is Wizard trying to? They might go wheel to wheel here, and why not? It's soft versus medium, and the soft has just about won, but Joe's got no battery. He's got the DRS. The McLaren's
they're
got
gonna
the
go
DRS.
for it. They're having some fun here.
But Wiz has got no battery, and is there enough room on the left?
Ooh.
He sneaks past on the left. Very sneaky and opportunistic. Racing Point tries to go around the outside. Wheel to wheel through 11. He cut the corner though. He's probably going to have to give that position back. And he picked up a penalty, so there you go. He's been punished for it. Oh, we're going to go wheel to wheel down the double right-hander into the tight 90 degree. We saw it in American. One of the American tiers. There was a problem. Is there a problem here?
This is a great battle.
Oh, and
that
Joe.
was a great battle.
The camera, when they went through that corner, the camera went like really high up, and I couldn't see until they came round the corner.
On the exit of 17. They were skimming each other's wheels all the way through turn 18, but Profido's into the pits now for the fresh set of soft tires. And what do you think he'll do from here? He started on the mediums, now he's onto the softs.
Yeah, he'll try and stretch them out to 35, 36, and then go for mediums at the end.
And of course, they can do whatever they want because we started the lobby in a race, so they have more fresh tires.
Yeah, they have everything. Within reason.
Oh, VTEC! He's crashed on the entry to the pits.
Oh dear.
And he's lost his front wing.
Oh dear. Yep, that's an AlphaTauri M plate on, well, both AlphaTauri M plates on each side of the pit lane there. And he is in the pits. And he, to be fair, he's gapped to Blades is...
Hobbsy on Vamu. And he's through.
Blades gap is quite a big one. Sorry, VTEC's gap to Blades is quite a big one. So, technically a free pit stop, but he's in P11. And unless there's a safety car, I don't see him getting too close to those two Mercedes, unfortunately.
So, we're on lap 22. Hobbsy is 21.5 seconds behind the leader, which is his teammate, his championship rival. So, seemingly, mathematically, he'll be 1 second a lap slower. So, Big Balls clearly has the dominant pace today.
Yeah. Kat, I'm just going to make a quick...
Nearly has a free pit stop in hand.
Let's go make a quick drink, buddy, if you don't mind just commentating for a second.
Yeah. Gotta stay hydrated. Bit of a teammate scrap here. Max is right on the back of Sadistic King. He tries to go round the outside. They nearly make a bit of contact. They're leaving each other a lot of room. More room than necessary. But Max is trying to go round the outside to turn 18. He tries to get the switchback. He'll have the inside into turn 19. Very clean between these two drivers. Maybe a bit too clean, leaving more space than necessary. But it's a good scrap. Profidos also right on the back of Vamu as they round the chicane of turn 5 and turn 6. Vamu just about out of the DRS of Hobbsy, so he won't have anything to protect him. But Max has now made the move on Sadistic King into turn 1. Or maybe he was already ahead, I'm not sure. But here comes Roland on Vamu. He'll go to the right-hand side. Vamu doesn't fight it too hard, and that's Roland up into P6 on those fresh soft tires. Vamu actually hasn't made a pit stop in this race yet, so he's doing a bit of a Sergio Perez right now.
Got to say hydrating, Mr. Carter, as you should do the same.
As you take it away, now I'm gonna take a drink of water.
Yes, there you go, swapping roles, easy. Right, 23 or 55, so 32 to go when we cross the line, and Big Balls bows. He's got to cross the line very shortly. There you go. So he's on his way, probably a double medium, but he has the ball in his court. He really has the ball in his court.
Nice
now,
pun.
if there's a safety car now, what would you do? Because hards are pretty bad, actually. They're about 1.2 seconds slower per lap. Pretty awful. but the mediums
Ferrari in
would
the
not
pits.
potentially get
Vamu.
you. Thank you. The mediums probably won't get you to the end. So.
And I don't think you want to go hards either. So I don't think I'd see many people coming in, except for the people who haven't pitted yet. But there's only a few drivers who haven't pitted. Wizard in 4th has managed to do like 24 laps on those mediums.
Well, soft to hard is.
And
That's what they
Sadistic
did.
King still on the softs from lap 1.
Soft to hard is what they did in 2019. Sorry, medium to hard. Did I say soft then? Yeah, medium to hard was what they did in 2019, the top 3. So I can't remember what they did last season. I believe it was probably another medium hard. Because what is weird with the F1 teams is, don't worry, I'm watching Roland. What is weird is a medium hard might not actually be over 55 laps for quickest, but if everyone else does it, then you might as well just try and prove who's the quickest car on track. And we've seen that a lot.
We got a good battle for 4th going on.
We have indeed. And Wizard is at the heart of it. And by the heart of it, he's at the front of it.
Yeah, he hasn't pitted yet, so Hobbsy
Well,
actually
Wizard's
experienced
tyres,
this.
by the way,
It's
only
it's
46. It's not bad.
It can be. Sorry, you go.
No, I'm just saying Wizard's tyres are not even 50% yet. So he's doing a good job.
That's a surprise. Yeah, but Hobbsy clearly has the quicker pace on about 16 lap younger tires. It is it's quite frustrating to be stuck behind a slower car in sector 3, because you try and push. Oh, the Renault's right on the back of him too.
Yeah.
Rofados rolling. He's gonna go for it into turn 5. He'll have the inside line. I'm not sure if Hobbsy's gonna fight it. He backs out of that one, and that's the Renault now in front of the Red Bull.
And that's for soft tyres flying through with their immediate pace once you take a pit stop. But
I'm just gonna look at my notes real quick, because Renault in 5th and sorry, we'll wait till this battle is over.
Yeah, we'll know more later, but here comes Roland. Is there enough space for him to make the move on Wizard down the inside?
Ooh,
brakes late,
last of the
and
late
has
breakers.
it done. Wizard again trying to fight it round.
There's
a bit of contact between the McLaren and Renault, and Hobbsy's licking his lips. Can Hobbsy do a double move? We
he's
might
gonna
go
go through the
3
middle.
wide. Rowan's dropping off. I don't know why. Maybe battery. Wizard's lost out on battery as well. Can Hobbsy do 2 in 1
clean.
straight? I think so.
Oh, no.
He's got to give a bit of room. I think there was
He's
enough
got
room
it.
left. Definitely enough room left.
But
And
yeah,
Hobbsy's done them both.
I'm just gonna check back on my note. Oh, I think Wizard's coming back at him through the triple right-hander of 15, 16, and 17. No, he lifts off.
Looks like if Hobbsy put his car in the perfect
This
place
battle is still far from over.
to
And Vamu
avoid.
is actually close behind Hilly, as he actually cut turn 13 and got 3-second time penalty.
Now Roland's losing time behind the McLaren now. No doubt he'll get past.
Well, we have a bit of a break here before we get battling again down the back straight.
Whoa, we don't have a break. Whoa,
Actually,
whoa,
Roland's on the back
easy,
of Wizard.
Sir.
He goes
Easy,
to the right-hand
Carter.
side.
The Canadian's
Ooh.
getting excited. And there is why. We have some racing action at turn number 1. We also have racing action second to last corner. 21, 20? One of them.
I'm just gonna quickly check my notes if I can get a few seconds here without them battling. For the constructors, Renault are in 6th and 8th right now. They have
Yes.
164 points.
Yes.
And McLaren has 150, so they're 14 points behind.
Does that
Wizard
include
is ahead
the
of both.
qualifying point? Yeah.
Wizard is ahead of both Renaults.
Does
but I
that
don't
include
think it'll be
Hilly's
enough.
qualifying point? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Here comes Rowan
But,
on Wizard.
Rowan-
Second time in 2 laps. Can he make it work this time? I don't think Wizard is going to fight this one too hard. Maybe a switcheroo, but he's not going to have the traction to do so, as the evidence has provided.
He isn't protected. He doesn't have DRS from Hobbsy, so he'll be quite vulnerable here.
Nah,
Yeah, but Wizard's just a bit too far
fine.
back.
Yeah, if you're going to make that dive bomb.
Oh, VTEC on Sadistic King. Oh, sorry, Sadistic's in the pits.
Yeah, that is a pit stop for the Mercedes onto mediums. Can go to the end. If he's done a soft medium, fair play. Not many people do that on this circuit, but fair play.
I'm just gonna take a look at the fastest laps here. Big Balls, his fastest lap was on the mediums on lap 20. It was a 1 minute 38.7. And his rival in the championship, Hobbsy, also set his fastest lap on 1 lap earlier on lap 19. It was 0.6 of a second slower. His was a 1 minute 39.3. And just looking through the times, he doesn't seem to be quite on the pace.
Very close between Sadistic and VTech. Wheel to wheel. Out of... contact between the two. Bit forceful as well. But Sadistic has got ahead of the Alpha Tauri. But without DRS, the only thing that might save him is his battery. But why is he not using it? I hope he's confident that VTech is not going to try and get past... There you go. I thought I saw a missing end plate on the Mercedes. But it's all good. It is there. No damage for the pair.
To an impressive standard, Big Balls has no warnings.
Yeah.
Hobbsy has 1 warning, so they're both keeping it clean.
Which they knew they had to do. Here comes Rowan. Down the inside of Hobbsy. Decides not to go for it this time. Concentrate on the exit. Goes a little bit deep into turn number 8. This is 9.
They have a great run here.
Maybe. He's got no battery
They
though.
both have next to none on the battery.
Here's a question for you, Mr. Carter. Do you prefer this... Oh, I think Rowan may have just hit the back of Hobbsy there. Do you prefer this energy system? So the fact that the game gives you a certain allocation per lap and you press overtake.
Versus 2019.
Or do you prefer the one where you have 1 to 5? Rowan! He's okay. You just slipped. What do you prefer?
Personally, 2019 was
so that's for 1 to 5.
Probably.
So off.
Yeah.
Lean,
2019 is the 1 to 5.
Middle, hot lap and overtake.
No, it was none, low, medium, high, overtake, hot lap.
Okay, yeah.
But you really had to be a lot more technical with it. Like down the straights, you don't even use like the max power. You switch it down a bit. So you had to be a lot more.
Did you prefer that, or did you prefer this one?
Yeah, I definitely preferred that. And 2019 was my first year of league racing, and I had some great times on that game. So some of my best times in league racing, of course. And yeah, I really miss that system. And now it's just like one battery where everybody drains it on lap 1 to hold position, and then they just have no battery for the whole race.
Well, it's crazy to think how many commentaries I've done, and I never did a commentary on 2018. Never. All the commentaries have been 2019 when we had Hockenheim and and then
Rolling.
afterwards.
He'll have a good run on Hobbsy here.
Hobbsy had an awful exit. I'll let you have this one, Carter.
He's through. As that happened, Max actually made the move on Hilly into turn 8, and Hilly will have the run on him up to turn 11, but I'm not sure he has the grip off the exit of the corner to stay with him.
I think Dan's in a good place for a podium. Joel could be in a good place for a podium, but he does have another pit stop that might put him, if we put the leader gap
Dan,
on 21.9.
6 seconds penalties, Joel 3 seconds, Profidos and Hobbsy both on 0. But Hobbsy, he really needs something to happen up front.
26 seconds behind the leader now. That wasn't helped. Probably half of that was lost when his teammate was able to stop under a virtual safety
Wizard's
car.
being held up by Hilly. He has fresh softs versus Hilly's 24-lap-old mediums. Yeah, it is very frustrating. I know from personal experience to be held up in Sector 3 around Abu Dhabi. I'm not sure if you remember, but my last PSF1 race in Abu Dhabi, I got held up. Oh, but Wizard makes a move into turn 1 on Hilly. Can he fight back? He has to concede, and that's Wizard back into 8th place. But back on that note, it's very frustrating to be held up in Sector 3 here. You think you can stay up their rear, but they just have way less grip, and you end up potentially running into the back of them and getting yourself some damage, so you have to be very careful.
So there is one thing I like about Abu Dhabi, is that it starts dusk and then goes
Wizard on Max
to night. Oh, this will be an easy move. Easy move, not even using battery. There you go. Flies past. Yeah, one thing I do like about Abu Dhabi is going from like a day late, like an early evening to a night. I just think it's awesome.
So obviously as a Canadian I have to watch the races either at like 5 or 6 a.m. But usually because of like life and stuff, I just record them and watch them at like 9. But I saw some of the comments on the release of the Miami track.
Oh yeah.
some of the people from Europe saying no, they can't have a race in Miami because it'll be at like 12 o'clock at night for us in Europe, and I just like that's the struggle we have to deal with in Canada.
Well, the problem is the percentage of the 471 million viewers that Formula 1 got last season are not Canadian or American.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, there's other events that have this problem around the world. UFC put an event on a few months ago in a British time, just to show support. Another discussion about that Miami track is that, have you noticed ever since we've got a few gaps here, so we can just discuss.
Yellows, McLaren.
It's
It's Tichy. He's round.
Anyway, the Miami track. So ever since, I was reading a post about this, like a blogger person, and they said that ever since Azerbaijan 2018, because it was one of the best races in a very long time.
Yeah, I seen that. I actually think I saw that exact one.
Well, yeah, I hope so. If you haven't, watch it. Anyway.
No, I mean the vlog or the
okay.
thing.
Well, what they were saying is, ever since that race happened and was one of the best, Formula 1 have adopted an idea that street circuits have a way to go for obviously the business side, but also entertainment. And what we found out is sometimes that's true, but sometimes it isn't. And if you look at the Miami circuit, you look at the Saudi Arabia circuit, we've seen evidence that it may be quite good in qualifying, but come race day, what is it actually going to offer? The start of the final sector in Miami, the really slow bit, you do a 180.
Actually setting a purple sector 3, sorry to cut you off, but he's rapid on those fresh softs and he wants to get a move on. He's on the back of Vamu right now.
Yeah. The sectors in Miami, the hairpin and then the left, right, left, just ridiculous for F1 cars. And Joe is pushing very hard, pushes almost too hard into that chicane of 5 and 6.
Here's a great run. Oh, Vamu making a bit of a late move. It was he left just enough room, and Joel is now through into 5th place.
Joel may have had a mini heart attack, but I hope he's okay. Seems to be driving the car. Got a little bit closer, and Joe is on his way now on the soft compound. What did Joe start on? He probably would have started on the medium. I can check TAS, it will tell us, won't it?
Joel started on the mediums, yeah.
So that means he could go medium, soft. If there was a VSC or a safety car around the 14 mark, he's laughing. 40, he's laughing.
Joel has already done 2 stops.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he went from medium softs and now on softs again, so I don't think he'll have another fresh set.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, he might.
Well, he might, but...
VTEC into the pits.
What is the fastest lap of the moment? It is a 37.3 from the McLaren of Wizard. Joel may have just changed that actually. 37.1.
Back on that note about street circuits, and how F1 thinks the standard is like making all these street circuits for entertainment and whatever, but I mean, most of the street circuits we have are great. Like Baku, Singapore's a great track. Monaco, obviously, classic. You can't have F1 without Monaco. But yeah, I really don't like Saudi Arabia track layout. It looks like fun to drive, but the races just look like a massive pain.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a new track, but yeah, the problem is they did need another track in America.
Yeah,
they absolutely did, because people don't realise there is quite a high viewership from Americans and Canadians in Formula 1. But what circuits? There's only a certain number of circuits around the world that have an FIA of a grade 1. And it's very hard to get that grade if it doesn't have it already. So what we're seeing is they're having to make and design circuits that can get that grade. And that's the problem.
Yeah. And yeah, Formula One, Canada obviously has a big following everywhere. Not so much in Canada. It still has a decent following, but we're pretty big for karting down here in
Well, I know you are.
British Columbia. But Formula E actually just got approved for a street circuit in Vancouver for 2022, which is where I live, so that'll be cool.
Indeed, indeed. Lap
But,
33. Oh, sorry, Castle.
No, you go.
Well, just summing up at the moment, everybody, we obviously have some gaps starting to form. There are pit stops for probably every single person to come, apart from the people in 9th or below. Sadistic has attempted a soft medium, and it's going to plan. I don't know whether that was the quickest way of him doing it, but it's going to plan. Elliot Raggy, I think, end of the Miami circuit is horrendous. Never seen a section that tight. It is horrendous. I'm sure they Formula One released a video of the track in Assetto Corsa, so they have obviously seen the design and say, yeah, that's pretty much right. That section is ridiculous. I don't see how you just can't go flat after the hairpin to the side of a straight.
Personally, I love that that section under the bridge, where it's like super
left,
tight.
right, left?
Yeah. Like it reminded me a bit of the Singapore Sling, which is one of my favorite corners of all
which got
time.
taken away because it was unsafe.
Yeah, but I mean, it was an awesome corner, obviously, but it caused too much problems. But I honestly think Miami looks like a great track. Maybe I mean, there's a few straights, and turn 1, you obviously have some overtaking opportunities, but
aesthetically,
it looks awesome.
it'll look great. It'll look great.
In the original plans for the track, they were gonna go. You know how there's the massive stadium right beside the track?
Yeah, they were gonna go.
Originally, they were gonna go through the stadium and do a hairpin inside the
originally
building.
they were also gonna go left because the pit lane was on the other side.
But how awesome would that have been, going through a stadium with the hairpin? That would have been awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
and
it'll look great.
The fans
the
everywhere.
track, honestly, without that tricky section, it's not bad. You know, you got the tough right, you got a left, right, left, and then you got you lead your way onto that extension of a straight. Here comes Wizard on the right side of the move, chooses not to go to the left, so the move's probably going to defend that. Wizard round the outside, he's been there quite a few times this evening. Has it paid off this time? Who's going to have the DRS to protect themselves? I think the Ferrari has got the DRS.
Both of them have it.
No, I don't think Wizard
How is that?
is open.
Oh, sorry, Wizard doesn't. That was
there we go.
my mistake.
He's made it, he's fine.
But Sadistic King just about to be lapped. We only have 3 cars lapped so far, and of course 3 cars out of the race. There goes Dan into the pits for mediums. He'll go to the end now. 20 laps left.
Yep, a 20 lap sprint now for Dan.
Let me just see. Dan went soft, medium, medium. Okay. That's his second stop of the race.
That's probably what I would have done.
Penalty.
Because what it does is, instead of managing your tyres, you can actually go aggressive from start to finish. With the double medium.
Making up some ground on Hobbsy. He'll have the DRS here.
If you go aggressive with a double medium, you've got the security that you will be able to go to the end. And
this is it. Joel's going to make the move here. Hobbsy is unprotected. And Joel goes through. Hobbsy probably not feeling great right now. He needs something to happen. He needs a safety car. He needs something to happen in this race, but it just doesn't seem to be happening like that.
I like that terminology. He's unprotected. I will remember that if the commentary for myself resumes on the next Formula 1 game in October, because I am not free. After this is my last one.
Oh, that's all of Sector 2. I wasn't quite sure what Sector 2 was here. It's all the way
the leaders in
from the exit of turn 7, and then just
see what he opts on. Probably a medium. Yeah, I see yellows from the Red Bull gang. There you go. The lead is in. This will be his final planned pit stop.
And he goes to the mediums.
And he is...
Is he going to come out ahead of Roland?
Oh, he does. That's incredible.
Has he led every lap of the race?
Yes.
Wow. So he's going for the Grand Slam.
Well, he wants the championship. There
Oh,
goes
it's going to be
Rowan.
close with Roland.
I think he's just going to come out in front. Yep, there you go. And it's a nicer line, isn't it, coming out of that pit lane? You don't have to turn too much.
Big Balls should be able to pull away, but not this lap, because down this straightaway, Roland might even challenge. He'll have so much more straight line speed, it'll be hard to just lift off and let him stay up front.
It's a very good point. It's a very good point.
I don't think he's close enough.
No, half a second though. So we'll let everyone pit and then we'll put the position changes on. Rowan's got a pit stop, I think. Hobbsy has got a pit stop to do. Max has got a pit stop to do. Wizard has got a pit stop to do. I think everyone on softs has got a pit stop to do. And all the mediums, 9th and below, are fine. Safety car will really spice things up, wouldn't it?
VTEC and Pure Blades might have a little bit of a scrap soon. They're both a lap down, but they'll try and put on a show for us, hopefully.
Hopefully. And now the dark of
And of course, he must be in a net P2.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done well. Did he have more than 6 seconds? Yeah, there you go. He's got 9 now. There is a couple of people around him that don't have any.
So, we are just about past what would have been the whole entire race if it was a 50% race. Big Balls
well, how many laps
on 2
is a 50%?
warnings.
28.
Yeah, it'll be about 28, I think.
Yeah.
But so they've done a 50% race and then some, and usually it's very impressive if a driver gets 0 penalties. Usually, most people have at least 3 seconds. But Big Balls still only on 2 warnings. He's obviously just trying to keep it clean.
Well, he's had to do that because, as we saw in Singapore when the safety car came out on lap 57 out of 61.
Does he have another stop to do?
Who?
Big Balls.
No.
Oh, no, he's just came out on mediums. Yeah, that's right.
If
Dan on Hobbsy. Hobbsy's just not having it today. Hobbsy has another stop to do.
Yeah.
And Dan goes through. So Hobbsy is he's oh, and he comes back at him and he's damaged his wing.
Oh dear.
Hobbsy went straight into the back of Dan. Dan was through into the braking zone, and then last second he went from right to left, tried to dive up the inside, and he lost one of his end plates.
And that's
so things have gone from mediocre to bad.
That's Hobbs's foreshadowment of entering the pits for a soft compound and a wing change, and that is probably championship over. Unfortunately, he's put up such a good fight, started so well, just dropped off, and Big Balls Bowles' pace is just...
I don't want to count him out just yet, but it's not looking too good.
Big Balls Bowles' pace shone through this second half of the season. He's become into a very controlled, an average-paced racing driver, and he has also signed up for some future seasons in cause because he's enjoyed it that much. And do you know, before this season, me and
Hobbsy's in, yeah, new front wing.
Chill out, Carter. Let me finish, son. No, I'm joking. No, Big Balls Bounce
Anything
has...
for you, let me?
Thank you, sir. No, Big Balls Bounce has... I knew him before he started endurance, and he wasn't actually that quick at all. And then he won a race, and we were like, okay. Then he won another race, and I was like, oh. Then he won another. I was like, oh my god, can he fight for the championship? And look, and Hobbsy's spin in Silverstone at Copse was probably the defining moment. That was the moment that Hobbsy knew he was in super, super trouble.
Yeah, I mean, in a championship that's this tight, it's those small details that it's the small details that make up for everything else. Much of the reason why Lewis Hamilton is a 7-time world champion himself.
Yeah, Hamilton is different gravy. But these 2 Red Bulls have been different gravy this season. And by the way, I put them on the Red Bull team. This is true, right? So the way I did the teams was try to put an experienced or known driver with someone who can like learn. So it was equal, right? Red Bull weren't leading the constructors halfway through. It was Renault,
Oh.
right? And ever since that point, oh my days, both of them have been, whew, just getting like, I don't know, 30 points, 35 points between them. Like per race.
Do you reckon Joel can go to the end?
8 plus 16. Well, how Sadistic did what? 23 laps?
I'm not sure. Oh, he's right on the back of Roland actually, and he'll go through right now.
I do like the Canadian accent. They'll go
Roland
through right
has
now.
DRS, so
They'll go through right now. I like it. I like it. Oh,
yeah, I don't got the British accent.
Oh god, no. Oh no! Bit of an oversteer
Oh.
or a snap from Roland, and he hit Joel's right rear tyre. In real life, might have been a puncture, but here,
Roland
good.
still has a pit stop.
Yeah, he does. I think Joel might have another one as well, so maybe he might take it to 45. and go for
Oh
some
my
sprint.
god. I almost ripped my PS4 off the table.
See, the thing is, if there was a safety car now, you'd expect, even though Big Balls Bounce will probably lose positions, you'd expect the other people behind him to pit anyway. So, excuse me, if there's a safety car now, you just expect
He
for a
could
race
pit.
leader to put a new, excuse me, softs on.
He could.
He'll have another set. He's done a double medium.
Oh, has he? Wait. Oh, he started on the soft, yeah, and he's done 2 mediums. Joel
think
has
that's
gone
Rowan
medium, soft, soft,
into the
which
pit
is
lane.
what you said you did in career mode, medium, soft, soft.
Yep.
But Joel might have done that too early, and I'm not sure. But
Roland's in. Another set of softs. Should
and
easily
Hobbsy,
take him.
he's taking his penalty. 3 seconds.
Mm.
Which will be added to his race time at the end. Oh, there's yellow sector 2. It's a McLaren. It's Wizard. Wait, no. It's
not
Titchy.
Wizard, it's Titchy, who's had some difficulties around the Abu Dhabi circuit this evening. His teammate is
There he
in
is.
the pit
No
lane,
front right wing.
and Wizard has gone for soft. So fight for 2 points, fastest lap, and there will be a driver of the day being awarded 2. That's what we do in endurance. It's sad to say.
I'm gonna say this. Hobbsy for driver of the day. I gotta put on a commentator's curse and try and get Hobbsy back in the fight.
Well, it's sad to say endurance won't be carrying on. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The commentaries have been amazing, but I have a new job at COS.
In
for the new
at
game.
COS?
Yes, I have a new job, and just
Wait,
before I
sorry,
explain
in
what
real
my
life?
new job is, no, I mean a COS job, like a job to help
yeah.
the league. I'll
Oh,
explain in a
Wizard's made the
second.
move on Hobbsy. He looked up the inside of turn 8.
Yeah,
He
I'm
just has
just
to
gonna
stay
wait
behind for
to
now.
see if the
Both of
McLaren
their
gets
tires
past.
are pretty, basically brand new, but the softs will be faster than the mediums. And he's gonna have a go at him. Which way he's gonna go? He goes to the left-hand side. I don't think Hobbsy's gonna fight this one too much. And he's through into turn 11. Easy does it.
So I can explain this now because there's a few people in the stream and Carter's here, but I can explain a little bit about what's going to happen next season because after Endurance finishes tonight, Dan is posting an announcement explaining what is going to happen for the next season and onwards. But I can spoil. So there was a forum. Well, I can spoil a tiny bit. There was a forum that was contemplating realistic weather against dynamic weather. Now we can have a discussion here, Carter, because there's the smallest gap is Wizard and Hobbs, and he's pulling away. So we can have some time to discuss. There are pros and cons to realistic and dynamic weather. Dynamic weather can give you the best set of circumstances, but on a rare occasion. You know, there is my friend runs a league, right? No word of a lie. 17 races, not one has had a speck of rain. So there's your problem with dynamic. If anyone does career mode, you may also notice 8 races in a row might have rain. So that's your problem with dynamic. Even though it gives you the best circumstances and the best different scenarios, it doesn't happen enough, right? So that's that. The cons and pros with realistic weather is that you only have a certain amount of weather boxes to set the weather. So in a 50% race, which is what COS will be, as always, you only get 3 weather boxes. Whether that changes...
Sorry, this is for now just the EU tiers you're talking about.
What? This is
You
for
said for
next
the
F1
50%.
season. This is for all tiers, next F1 season. This is the debate
yeah.
that's going on.
Including endurance.
No, there won't be any more endurance after this. Endurance is
What?
done. Yeah, it's over. This is the final race because we have to concentrate. Yeah, we have to concentrate on the 4 European and the 2 American. And because I've got a new job, which...
Roland on Vamu, actually, I'm just going to cut you off. He's right on the back of him. And he'll be looking to get a move on. Vamu's tires are 17 laps old. And Roland's right on the back of him through turn 4. He's a bit too far back to make a move into the chicane.
Well, he's going to make it down the straight. There's going to be no question about that. So, I'll carry on. Anyway, so, the weather system. You
Yellow
get 3
sector 3,
boxes.
it's a Mercedes.
Oh no, everything's going wrong.
Oh, Max spun in the pit lane.
Or did he hit the wall?
I
Mercedes bringing out a wing.
I don't know if he meant to come in.
Mercedes gang are bringing out a front wing change for Max. Now he should be... Oh, he might not be safe actually. His teammate is coming round the final corner imminently. Can Sadistic go to the end? Yes, he can. Where's the Mercedes? The Mercedes is on his way.
He's going to have a go on Profido since turn 11. He looks up the inside. He tries to brake as late as he can. He actually makes a bit of contact with the rear of Roland, but he stays behind for now.
Yeah, all I saw was smoke from the Ferrari car. Sadistic is ahead of his teammate now, but Max has fixed his wing. He's just right now picked up a penalty, I think, or that might have just come from him coming out of the pits. Yeah, apologies. 9 seconds for Max. We're not long. The race has gone pretty quick. It hasn't been as exciting as Hungary in Zandvoort, I admit, but it has gone relatively quickly. We've only had 2 VSCs. The 3 drivers went out before lap 15, even earlier than that. Ecos Clausen, Ecos Rage, and Ecos Spud. The 3 Ecos people out of this race, and we've had 13 for like 40, about 33 of the 43 laps that we've had. Do you think any more will go, or is everyone now done so much that they can't, you know, process the fact that they may push too hard and crash?
Lost you a bit there, but
Oh, was that
yeah.
the British accent being too quick? Do you think anyone else will retire from this race?
Oh, I'm putting the commentator's curse on. Big Ball's going for driver of the day. Let's have him have a spin and drop back to 7th and fight out with Hobbsy.
Here comes Blades, and the Alfa Romeo has passed the Alfa Tauri as the Ferrari in the distance. Is that Dan or Vermoo? Dan.
So back onto the topic of endurance. So this is the last endurance race.
Yes.
Ever.
You've been a part of it.
Yeah, making history.
No, endurance has been great. We've had a lot of fun, but
Yeah,
all good things must come to an end.
Obviously, this started as your own league, like a couple months ago, a long time ago actually, as LORL, and that was 50% at the time, and we had that great grid and that great Australia race, of course, and then
My God,
and it
that
switched to
race.
100%, and then you merged with COS. So yeah, it's been a great run, and all great things do have to come to an end.
The Mercedes of SWAT. Yeah, COS has been interesting. There has been some debates, niggles behind the scenes where
They've obviously been very, very helpful, merging with you, allowing you to take in a lot of the drivers and have a packed race every Saturday.
Yeah, and that is what happens when you merge with a highly popular league, and I believe it will be even more popular as we head into F1 2021. Right, my new job. Do you want me to tell you what my new job is? Right.
Yeah, fire away.
Obviously I'm an admin, so I can oversee a bit of everything, making sure everyone's alive. But my actual job is, if we are to fully go with the plan of realistic weather in Formula 1 2021, my job is to be the controller of the weather. So I will make the graphics for it, tell the drivers a couple of hours before. I will tell the commentators.
For the real weather.
Yes, I am in charge of the controlling of the weather for every tier. So it sounds like a not important job, but it is actually quite an important job. because I have to tell the commentators what to use. I have to provide the sources. I
Tell
have to
the
do
commentators.
The graphics. Yeah, you have to tell them what boxes to use, don't you?
You got to be commentating.
I'm not commentating. I can't, unfortunately.
Like next game.
Next game, no, I can't until October.
What?
And because we might be doing a full calendar, I won't be able to. You know, if there's a EU1 commentary team, I can't just come back in October and say get out. I want my spot back.
Oh, so this
no.
is your last race.
Yes.
Wow. Like, hopefully not ever.
Commentary's been good, but if I don't come back down here for another year of Masters, I have the choice, then I won't be commentating at all.
Yellows, Alfa Romeo, Pure Blades.
I can't commentate
through turn 8, he spun
at
it.
home. Don't worry about Pure Blades, Carter. Until it says retire, it's all good. Oh, why is the stream lagging? Please tell me it's not.
Wizard, he's on the back of Ammo now, and this'll it'll be one of few overtakes over the last half-hour stretch or so. But he's got the run on Vamu. He goes to the left-hand side. Vamu's not going to fight it too hard. He actually tries to give him a bit of a squeeze, but that's Wizard up into P5. And he's penalty-free, mind you, so he could possibly benefit from third and seconds penalties if he manages to have the pace to gain back maybe 20 seconds, but that'll be impossible.
So we're about an hour and 15 minutes into the race. We've got about 15 minutes or so to go, and we've got 10 laps of racing. Crazy to think we've done 45, isn't it? 45
yeah,
laps.
Yeah. That's hard to take in. That's just could be your last commentary. Yeah, you know, you've been one of my favorite commentators out there for maybe like the past year since PSF1.
You can't
one of the first commentators to commentate me league racing. Huh?
You can't make me blush on the stream. That's not allowed.
But yeah, I mean, some great times, some great memories. Obviously, some great moments in PSF1, great moments in COS. It's gonna be sad to see you go.
Well, thank you. And there is actually one more.
Oh, Tichy! It's in the pit lane. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's
not
in turn 19. There could be a safety car.
Absolutely
there
right.
There could be.
There is a few cars
Come
going.
on, give it to us. Give it to us.
Period. It's not going to give it. I don't think it's too late.
Please, please, please.
Yeah, well, I have actually got one more commentary, and that is for a good friend of mine tomorrow in Azerbaijan. So after that, that'll be
Green
the
flags.
end, I believe.
Well, yeah, that's.
But if I come back down here next season, then for another year, then yes, of course.
You know, it's
you don't lose
it's
these
a lot.
things.
It's a lot to take in. You're like the role model commentator, like the famous commentator. Yeah, you're like a legend.
I'm a legend. Well, I haven't been given that status before. But yeah, I mean, I just enjoy commentary. I found out I was pretty good at it. Started on my own for trialing for some leagues, but obviously now you'd call very small. And then
Mamu's made another stop.
And got a partner that allowed me to talk more than I should. Then I got another partner. Then I did some with Lego Minecraft, who is a great analysis commentator. Then obviously I met a few people. Hedge, he's very good analysis. Jack Prentice is the best. Stumpy's great as well, but Jack Prentice is probably the best analysis commentator I've done it with. And we've probably done about 25 to 30 races together in COS, starting in the middle of last 22 season, and then doing the whole of this season. And then I met Stumpy in Endurance, who is great. We have great chemistry. And now I've done my last commentary with a Canadian who maybe wants to get into the commentary scene.
I don't have the deep enough voice yet to.
Well, I don't have a deep voice. That's quite clear.
Yeah, but you got the commentary British accent.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no denying, but I would have loved to have done PSGL F1. I would have loved to have done
I'm sure you could get a role like that.
Well, you can't when those two people don't drop out, and we've done it for so long.
Have you applied for anything like that?
Yeah, of course. But it's very clear that I'll give you an example. Cos is the best example, right? One of the best commentators on, I don't know, the console, maybe Kieran McGibbon, I think he's called, who does the Challenger series. He could come to Cos and give them all this CV basically and say, I've done this, I want to commentate in the top tier. But he would, even though he's that good and that experienced, he wouldn't be allowed, because you can't just chuck out people. You couldn't just chuck out me or Jack.
Sorry, who are you talking about there?
I'm talking about the Challenger series commentator for Formula 1.
Yeah.
You can't just chuck out people. If they're not good enough, you can. But PSGL could look at my commentary and go, right, okay, he's pretty good, but we can't just throw out two people.
No.
The Challenger series in Formula 1, I did apply for it, but the only reason really that I couldn't do it is because the two people that are doing it have already done it before. Like Crofty. I love Crofty. But Alex Jakes has as much, he could apply to be that commentator, but they'd never give it him, because you can't get rid of Crofty. Do you know what I mean? You just can't get rid of some people.
Well, you can't get rid of Crofty and Brundle.
Oh no, to be fair,
until
never.
The day they die.
That's what I mean. You can't get rid of people if they've been there already and they do the job that's required.
No, but yeah, obviously you do an above-average job.
Yeah, it's been good. Well, I'll do an Azerbaijan race tomorrow for a good friend, and then I'm gonna chill. I've got to finish this final year of uni. I've got to put my head down, and then obviously I'm racing in AM2. So that'll be fun. Oh
yeah, you're doing next season.
I thought I'd give it a go. Yeah.
I don't know. AM2 for the rest of this game or for the start of next game?
I'm not sure about next game, because obviously it's about can I be on stuff at 2 AM at home, because obviously the situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how people do league races that late.
Exactly. So maybe
I
not. But this season,
I couldn't touch my steering wheel later than like 7.
This is what Crofty and Bundle have to do, because it's the racing has gone away.
Yellows.
Luke Etheridge is king and Badgerman are king. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's it. Yeah, so they're the PSGL people, aren't they? Luke Etheridge and Badgerman, and they're both very good. Like, I'm not even gonna. I can compare myself to them. I think I've got stuff that's better than those, and I think they'll do stuff that are better than me.
Hey, compare yourself to whoever you like. It's a fair comparison.
No, Luke. Who is Luke Etheridge and Badgerman? They're not PSGL, Elliot. There's someone. Only Luke is PSGL. Yeah, well, he's pretty good. I know he's pretty good. I've listened to him before, and but I mean, I'm not gonna fire shots. But he hasn't got anything spectacular that I don't have. But it's about timing and positioning.
Yeah.
I could have been in PSGL before him. It's just timing. That's all it is. Same with Jakesy. Alex Jakes, great commentator, unbelievable commentator. He started off as a pit lane interviewer, and he got offered the job as a commentator, and he's absolutely smashed it. And look where he is now. He's doing F2, F3 and Porsche for Sky Sports, probably doing the women's series as well, even though there'll be a woman there, and he's also doing F1 for Channel 4, all from being a pit lane interviewer.
Hilly's in the pits. He has a big enough gap, so he might just be going to the softs to go for the fastest lap.
Yep.
But
fastest lap is
obviously, two of my favorite commentators out there, you excluded. You're the king. Two of my favorites out there, George Morgan and Andy from Squad Sprint. I've actually had the pleasure to race with them commentating in WOR Tier 1. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just so cool how the graphics they have and how professional it is.
Yeah, I've started getting into watching Gran Turismo and Assetto Corsa a bit more. Have you ever heard of Jimmy Broadbent?
Yeah, of course.
He's a really good commentator for Gran Turismo Sport Competitive. He's really good. Really, really good.
Wow, what a drive this has been from Big Balls.
Unbelievable. You just
it's
can't
gonna
mess
be
it up in the last 5.
It's gonna be a hat trick.
Yeah, it's going to be an unbelievable rise to the
If it stays like
championship.
this, Renault will actually be second in the constructors.
I'll put this fact out there. There is no way on earth I would have put any money, not even a cent, as you probably call it in Canada, not even a penny.
We don't have sense anymore.
Okay, not even a penny on Big Balls Bows to win this championship. But ever since he won that first race in Brazil, he has been absolutely magnanimous.
Yeah, I gotta correct myself. I meant we don't have any pennies anymore, not cents.
I'll go on board with this good driver who has developed so much throughout the season. Couldn't even get in the top 10 towards the start of the season in quali, and now look at him doing a Max Verstappen from 2020, and that's Carter's quote, and it's a very relevant one.
Give him a commentator's curse. Let's see him drop back to 6.
Well, Rowan's going to overtake Dan because he's gapped 6.8 and Dan's got 12 seconds of penalties. So Roland's going to get on another podium in ED. Joe's going to get on the podium too.
Yeah, Profidos Roland finished 5th 2 weeks ago in Zandvoort, and he's making step up to take a step on the third highest step on the podium. And yeah, that's unfortunate for Raggy though, having no setup, and he could have been a big factor in the race, but yeah, he retired pretty early on.
What time is this Canelo fight? Midnight. Right, we're good. Because what I'm going to do, finish this race, do the interviews with Mr. Carter, run for a burger, and I'm going to have a late one because I'm really excited for this fight.
A burger where?
Burger van.
Like, you're going to leave your house to go get a burger at midnight?
Damn right I am. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Mate,
wait, how old
you
are
got
you?
to stay up for this boxing. 22.
20? Oh, I thought you were like 17 or 18.
Mom, I'm going out. Yeah, burger. No,
yeah,
no.
If I had a car,
what did you say, Mom?
Yeah.
Mom. Hello, Mom. Oh, Big Balls Pals getting twitchy on the final corner. I had to literally stop his car to avoid. Here's a story for you, Carter. I was doing a little friendly race, about 8 of us, on Abu Dhabi, and we did a full race with AI, 55 laps. On the 55th lap, on the final corner, my friend lost it on the final corner, went into a wall and retired.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually done that as well. I was doing a 100% race at Belgium, just with my brother in the AI, and like it's stupid. It doesn't matter, but you know, on the last corner, you just bottle the whole race. It's like, all of that for what? But,
so Vermouth's close on Hobbsy. He's going to get past him anyway due to the penalty situation. 3 combined to 6 compared to 6. Sorry, 9. But he's going to try and get past on track anyway. Why not?
Yeah.
This could be the last bit of racing
over.
action in ED this season.
Obviously, we had Endurance 1, which it was going
Started
great,
well.
you know, and it was going, yeah, it was going great. It was good fun. It was good practice. It was good experience. But unfortunately, people just couldn't make it. I mean, it's great respect to all the drivers full time in Endurance 2, where sorry, just take it away. Let's follow this battle for the last 3 laps.
That is potentially the last overtake in the Endurance Championship right there. Unless Hobbsy can come back down to turn 11.
That move got squirmy, but so did Hobbsy.
Everyone gets squirmy through that corner. Excuse me, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do, but
That's it then. I think that's the last overtaking action. To be fair, the first 20 laps were pretty good, 25 laps. But after that, it has been a little bit stale. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That thought about the burger makes me want to go hop on my bike and go to A&W.
Well, after the interviews are done, I'm making a phone call. They're getting it prepped, and I am getting a burger. Lap 54 of 55. We're nearly there, and Big Balls Bowles is also nearly there to winning the Endurance Championship. All he had to do was finish above Hobbsy, and he's done that in abundance. It got scary. It got creative when Hobbsy had a mega start. He got into second place by turn 1, but unfortunately he just couldn't have the pace to keep up with his teammate. And Big Balls Bowles has got about 2 minutes.
He's going for the fastest lap.
He's going for the fastest lap. He's got about 2 minutes, Big Balls Bowles, to finish this race and take home the first and final ever Endurance Championship. And cause, and by God, him and Hobbsy have helped Red Bull in the the Red Bull have helped the overall constructors very much so throughout course this season.
I don't really know what to say on that, but Pure Blades is 2 laps on the hards. I'm not sure why he went to the hards.
But we always got left. I'm gonna go set up a GoFundMe page for Limmy. We need to get you an apartment or a mansion so you can keep commentating.
If I had a car, I'd go drive to a burger, but I gotta take my go-kart.
£130 a week, I will commentate. No, it's
yeah,
no. To be fair, listen. Sometimes you have to stop, right? You have to stop because we have seen Formula 1 racers stop. Pro clubs, I don't know if you know what that is, FIFA pro clubs, there is some competitive side to it. People stop doing it because it gets not boring, right? Commentating is not boring, I'm never going to say that, but I am not waking up with the same interest as I was before, and that's probably because I've just done too much. Not on purpose, I've just done too much.
Petition for you to, for 2 races, come back next game and commentate Imola and Portimao. There's got to be.
Do you know what? I am down for that petition. Even if it's a 3rd commentary role, I am down for that petition. I would like to commentate in Imola and Portimao race, that is for sure. But every other track, I've probably done at least 5 or 10 on them.
Yeah.
I don't want to do Saudi Arabia, it can flip off. Here it comes! Stand by, Carter. I've got to end it. Here comes the Red Bull champion. The Red Bull Drivers' Champion, after 11 long weeks, turned it at 12. Big Balls Bowles has done everything correct tonight. The flares go off. He is the Endurance Champion. Massive congratulations. He has drove incredibly well without putting a foot wrong in the past 4 to 5 races, winning 4 races throughout the season. Joe, from, was it 15th on the grid? I'll just cross-check that very quickly. Sorry, 12th on the grid. Apologies. 12th on the grid. Takes a 2nd place. And unfortunately for Dan, due to penalties, the league owner, of course, replaces him.
Yeah, I mean, Big Balls, crown champion in the one and only season of Endurance 2. It's not been the most exciting race, but I've definitely enjoyed it. I've had a good time. Hopefully you've had a good time too, and
absolutely.
Yeah, what a drive! You know, the hat trick, and he's champion.
Well, what a pleasure to share the commentary box with you, Mr. Carter. We're gonna get some interviews going. So
the pleasure is mine.
The champion, Joel and Roland. I know. He's still got it. Listen, Hobbsy put up a great fight. Without that spin in Silverstone, probably could have won the championship. And that, it comes down to, like you said, because it's only an 11 race season, it comes down to these little things. Little things that turn into big things. Yeah, we have. I've seen you go through a few battles, that's for sure. VTech and Blades just outside of the points. at the end of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but on board with the car. And it was nice to see the flares go off for this man. And he's done a stellar job. We're just waiting for Pure Blades. He wants to do a few donuts, and you know what? It might be against the rules and regulations, but I'll let it happen as long as he crosses the line now and not waste too much time. There you go. He's trying to get it back on track. No. Is he trying to get it back on track? Can we finish the race, Blades, or I will stop your promotion? This is for Blades from EU4, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Is it Pure Blades or is it the other one? Oh no, maybe the other one actually. So, celebratory. I know we said that we're on there, Spud. Celebratory. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It's been quite a roller coaster of a season.
He's done an hour and a half. We'll let him do it, and we'll let a couple of people join in as well to do some interviews. Oh, let me just check who's in. It's me, Mario. We got Rowan and Joe. Right, so we're waiting for the champion. Now he doesn't miss an interview, our big balls bow, so he'll be here, unless he has to dip. Let me just double check. Interview. There you go.
Congrats, boys.
He's coming. Right, let's start off with Roland first.
Hello.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm very good. Actually, just let me take a quick picture of these standings, just in case. Just for my record.
One last stat before we go to the interviews. Renault picking up second in the Constructors with that result. Getting the podium from Roland and 8th from Hilly contributing.
Perfect.
There you go. Right, I've got the picture. Right, Roland, you had a bit of action during that race, didn't you? At different parts, especially a couple of parts when you came out the pit lane. How would you sum up the race in Abu Dhabi for you?
Well, first of all, I had a rocket start. Seriously, I don't know how I pulled that away, but I think I overtook 4 drivers in the beginning during the start already before the first turn, so I was in P3. And so I overtook 3 people. Then I had to back out a little bit because I think Joel, he was trying to overtake me, and I was just like, okay, I'm on the mediums, I want to save them, and I will just stay in his DRS and try to save my fuel and everything. Well, and then basically the only moment I had was was also again with Joel in the second stint, and for some reason I had wing damage there, but yeah, I had to replace the wing in the pits. That was complete surprise to me, but well, had to replaced it, and then the big task was to get within the penalty points Dan got. So yeah, just managing to stay first within the 9 seconds, because I was also on 2 warnings, I think. So yeah, if I took another warning, then Dan would be on top again. So then you would have had the interview with him. But yeah, I managed it to stay within the 9 seconds, and then even to 4, I think. So I'm quite happy.
Good man. You've had a couple of podiums in these endurance races that you've helped me out with. Have you been impressed with your pace? Was it expected with the drivers that you see on the grid?
Well, I was quite impressed that because I never did 100% races before I started doing this with the ED tier. My first race I had a podium. The second race was like 5th or something, and then now this race again a podium. So yeah, I'm quite surprised but also happy. So yeah, overall I liked it. Just the endurance part of it. So that's what I personally liked the most.
Carter, do you have any questions for our third place driver?
No, not really. It was a great drive. You said it all.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the champion, if he's already here. Don't think so, but
is he not
thanks,
here?
I don't know. Oh,
Thank you.
yes, yeah. Congrats and thanks for the season.
Yeah, thanks for the battles. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Owen, thank you for all the help you've given. I appreciate it. I'll obviously message you tomorrow when I've got some time to discuss the future stuff, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me merge, and well done tonight.
No problem at all. Thank you very much, mate.
Joel, are you here?
I am indeed.
Now,
Good
normally I
evening.
have to check if people have their share audio on, but you are a commentator, so I'd like to
Yeah.
think it's on. 12th to 2nd. What a performance in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Happy with the pace?
I guess. I mean, I had no clue what the strategy was, and I hadn't done any practice or whatever, so I was just sort of driving around, seeing what happens, and yeah, I got damage on lap 4.
Yeah, what was
I
that
think
from?
Sadistic had like a bit of a moment in the chicane, and I hit the back of him. Probably my fault, though he was going quite slow. But yeah, so I had to replace my wing on lap 4, so I probably made a pit stop I didn't want to make. So yeah, a bit unfortunate. Feel like I maybe could have challenged for a win without that, and then I got held up quite a bit behind the Wizard. So, but yeah, I'm happy with P2. It would have been nice to fight balls for the win, but yeah, happy.
So you came in with not a strategy, and then that wind damage made it even worse. So that probably messed with your head a little bit. How many races have we done in endurance? Is this your first one? First one?
Well, I did last week at Zandvoort, but it's better we don't talk about that. I didn't really go to plan.
Yes. Well, so I just want to, after the halfway point, we get you 28 laps in a 50%. What is it like, concentration-wise, mentally-wise? Were you struggling? Were you getting a bit sweaty? What was it like?
It was all right, to be honest. I had good company in the PlayStation party. So
who did you have?
just like Titchy and Spud and stuff. So
I'd love to be at that
it's
party.
never easy to do hour and a half alone.
I'd love to be in that party.
Good fun. Yeah.
Carter, do you have any questions for our runner-up this evening?
No. You asked all the questions. It was a great drive from everybody. It was a pleasure to watch, pleasure to commentate with you, and congrats on the podium.
Cheers.
Joe, thank you for racing, mate, and hope you stay safe, bud. Hopefully we can see you on the commentary box in the next mini-season.
Yeah, hopefully.
Cheers, buddy. Well done. Alright, now it's time to get the Ferrari sparkling wine out, because that's the new sponsor in 2021, for our champion, who I want to put a penny on to be champion. Well done.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
Not so sure about the thanks for not putting a penny on me and having no faith, but yeah.
It's come a week
anyway.
late. Big balls bars. You've had to go under the stress of waiting 7 days. You've had to come here tonight knowing that you had to win or be ahead of Hobbsy, and then you knew by turn 1 he was right behind you. What was going through your mind?
Oh mate, what a start from Hobbsy. I think he started P4 and then I looked behind and I seen a Red Bull. I was like, really? I just thought, well, as long as I can keep him behind, I'll just do everything in my powers to keep him there. Yeah, I know I'm going to win, so yeah, it definitely made the old butterflies coming to the stomach as soon as I saw him behind me.
Now this confidence wasn't with you at the start of the season, because we've seen you develop. I've said it throughout the streams, you and me, in your paragraph to Danielle, we didn't think you were going to win a race. And then you won a race, then another one, and we were like, oh dear, this man is on fire. And then you was like, can I sign up to Coles? And I was like, okay, this guy's getting serious. And then obviously has that spin in Silverstone, and you do an unbelievable comeback. So you must be over the moon, surely.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think it's similar to whoever was just talking. Was it Proper Dave? I've never done a 100% race until I joined COS.
Wow.
It's just totally different to a 50%, because if you do something wrong in a 50%, it's so hard to recover. But I think you can really just relax in a 100% race. You don't have to just gung-ho. Go on.
Personally, I find the 100% races a lot easier. You know, you can settle in, be a lot more relaxed, and just pace yourself. But in the 50% race, you really just have to sprint all the way to the end.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the 100% races, and thanks to you guys at COS for letting me experience it, because I've loved it all season, really, even though at the start I wasn't very good, let's say. And,
it does show, though,
grown.
you can develop in 11 weeks.
Yeah, it definitely developed. It definitely helped me to develop racing here, so yeah.
And this is what I want. This is kind of what I wanted.
I feel like a much better driver now than I was when we started this league season.
This is what I wanted from ED2. I wanted competition, but I also wanted to see if people could improve. And I'll tell you something. I've commentated over Hobbs in a sub-league for 2 F1s, and he is not slow.
No,
like, he is a good driver, and you have gone from being slower than him to putting the effort in to beating him.
Yeah,
so,
it took a heck of a lot of effort to get a good time around Abu Dhabi. It's not a track that I do very well at historically.
Yeah, so
I'm happy with that.
How did you take obviously we cancelled last Saturday due to Codemasters glitching out, but how did you prepare for this race this week? Like, did you not do as much practice as you normally do because you already practiced the week before, or all this week were you trying to prepare for this?
Exactly that. Obviously, last week I put in so many hours, but last week was more of a split practice as well, so I had to do TT to try and get the qualifying pace as well as race pace as well. I was trying to work on the pair of them together. But yeah, this week I thought, well, I don't have to qualify now, which is fantastic, so I could just do the race pace. So yeah, I've probably done a couple of races over the week, and it's sorted me
definitely
out.
paid off.
Yeah, I think so. I think I led pretty much 90%.
But yeah, that's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Led every pole, led every lap, won the race.
Well, I have to. Although your championship is amazing, I have to get ready for his boxing fight because I'm not missing it because I've paid.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, unbelievable, mate. It's been so good to see you come through the pack and win races. It's been a pleasure to commentate over you. If I don't commentate over you again, Big Balls Bounce, I'll definitely watch your races, and I wish you all the best, buddy. Honestly.
Yeah. Just to add one more thing.
1 second, Carter. 1 second.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to yourself and all the admin team that have put this on for us this season. It's been an absolute pleasure to drive in.
If I could send you a trophy from Amazon, I would.
No problem.
Thank you
very much for this.
My pleasure.
season.
Yeah. Carter, final comments.
Just to add one more thing. What a season it's been. I wasn't here all the way in Endurance 2, but clearly Limmy made it clear that at the start you weren't as quick as you are now, and you've made a lot of progress, which is great. And it's been a great season for you, obviously. Constructors champions, 4 wins, 162 points altogether. And the Drivers' Championship. And yeah, unfortunately Endurance is coming to an end, but you're the one and only champion of Endurance.
Thank you for your kind words. It's been a hell of a season. Thank you.
Alright everybody, that is it and done for Endurance. After 12 weeks with 11 races, due to what happened last week, it is now finally over, and we're not far away from the next mini-season. Stand by for a league announcement. Dan is making one tonight, I believe, about the future of what's going to happen before the next Formula 1. There probably is some iRacing on Sunday. I don't know if they're having a break, but just keep an eye on it. Endurance is done. Big Balls Bars is a champion. Red Bull are the Constructors champions. And for me and Carter, JRN early in the season, Stumpy in the commentary box. Thank you for listening. And whatever is next, we will see you then. Good night.